God bless everyone. I am Sean Balaay together with my reporter Jacqueline Lumasag. So our topic for today is about moral dilemma. So kung sa yung moral dilemma, so I would like to explain it mas in a simple way. So moral dilemma na naiusa ka duha ka desisyon na kinahanglan mo desisyonan pero both maghatag og kaning rest or maghatag og kaning consequences. So one of the example na anak kay naiusa ka babae nga nagsunod sa ginatawag na to og kining cultural norms. Kana nga babae nadyo siya prinsipyo sa kinabuhi nga she is against in killing o sa pagpatay. So karon ay usa ka mga panghitabo nga naburos siya but yet dito nagdevelop ang bata sa iya ang fallopian tube. So after niya magpa-check up, so the doctor said na kinahanglan i-abort ang bata. So kinahanglan siya mamili sa duha, either i-abort ang bata para maluwas siya or ipabilin ang bata pero silang duha ma-disgrasya. So yung nana ang moral dilemma. Sometimes yung nana maka-experience ta og mga inana nga mga butang, but then again kinahanglan yun na to pag-desisyonan.
Moral dilemmas is a conflict in which you have to choose between two or more actions and have moral reasons for choosing each action. So, this means that moral dilemma is a situation where a person is faced with two or more possible actions, and each option has a valid moral reason behind it. This means that no matter what choice is made, one important moral value will be upheld while another will be compromised. Because of this conflict, the decision is often difficult and involves deep thinking about what is right and wrong. In short, a moral dilemma places a person in a position where every choice has both good and bad consequences from a moral point of view.
Moral dilemmas in the organization. So kani siya nga kabahin sa moral dilemmas mga iso. Susama ni sa nahisulat sa Bible. No, dito ko makuha og quote sa Bible sa decision making ni Kuan. Siguro familiar mo ni Pontius Pilato. No, according sa Bible nga kato naghugas siyang kamot, na siya usa ka desisyon ato nga siya magud ang naay katakos o siya ang naay power nga buhian si Jesus Christ that time. But yet again, ang mga tao ato kay sobrang wild na kay gusto nila nga i-execute. Gusto nila i-execute si Jesus Christ. So ang gibuhat ni Pontius Pilato, siguro mao na siya everyone nga kung iyang buhian si Jesus Christ that time, maaring mag-wild ang mga tao. O kung katong kriminal ang iyang buhian o i-execute si Jesus Christ, malipay ang mga tao. So asa siya magdesisyon. Pero kung iyang i-execute si Jesus Christ, makasala siya sa Ginoo. But yet mao to iyang gihimo nga nanghugas na siya siya.
Moral dilemmas in an organization. Ethical dilemmas in the workplace are quite common, and they are not always easy to answer. The concepts are straightforward, but the challenge is in the execution. Even when organizations have great policies and procedures and follow the laws and regulations, there is still a high risk of unethical behavior. So, that means that moral dilemmas in an organization, or also known as ethical dilemmas in the workplace, are situations where employees or managers face difficult choices involving right and wrong. These dilemmas are common in organizations and are not always easy to resolve. While the idea of ethics, rules, and proper behavior may seem clear in theory, the real challenge comes in applying them in actual work situations. Even when organizations have strong policies, clear procedures, and follows laws and regulations, there is still a possibility that unethical behavior may occur. This shows that ethical decision making in the workplace requires not only rules, but also personal integrity and responsible leadership. Number 1. Senior leaders fail to walk the talk. They are guilty of modeling inappropriate behavior. Number 2. Leaders often have an irrational sense of entitlement, feeling, I should be allowed to do this, or I deserve this. Number 3. Individuals may begin cutting corners due to misplaced incentives. When an organization begins rewarding the wrong things, this can lead to cutting corners on safety, quality, and others. So that means that senior leaders sometimes fail to walk the talk, meaning they do not practice the values and rules they expect others to follow. Because of this, they end up modeling inappropriate behavior, which can influence employees to act the same way. Some leaders also develop an irrational sense of entitlement, where they believe they should be allowed to break rules or deserve special treatment. In addition, individuals may begin cutting corners due to misplaced incentives. When an organization rewards the wrong behaviors, such as focusing only on results without considering safety and quality, employees may ignore proper standards just to meet expectations. These factors contribute to an unethical behavior in the workplace.
Moral dilemmas in a healthcare service. Moral dilemmas in the healthcare service arise when the ethical principle conflicts, making it difficult for provider to choose a clear course of action. These challenges are often complex and involve competing values, impacting patients, families, healthcare professionals, and society as a whole. One of the example ana ang decision making ni Bongbong Marcos nasa dihang gikuha niya ang funds sa PhilHealth nga 60 billion para ibutan sa National Treasury. Those 60 billion is an excess fund of PhilHealth, which is it is unconstitutional and unethical according sa Supreme Court. Na nag-ingon ang Supreme Court karon na ipabalik ang 60 billion. So nganong gikuha man to o nganong nagasayop man siya atong desisyon. One of the example ana ay katong kwarta is dili to gikan sa taxes, kundi gikan to sa contribution sa mga members sa PhilHealth, which is sa iyang pagkuha sa excess fund nga 60 million nagkuha siya og kaning dako nga conflict sa mga tao. Kay kato, instead na gamiton to siya sa healthcare facilities o healthcare insurance sa mga tao, nahimo ang nakabenepisyo sila ra nga mga kurakot sa gobyerno.
The Philippine healthcare system faces big problems because of its geographical location, large population, and lack of resources. First is lack of hospital beds. World Health Organization says that there should be 20 beds for every 10,000 people. But the Philippines doesn't meet this standard. Many areas, especially autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao, have very poor health services, sometimes compared to Africa. Some patients are even treated under the trees due to the absence of hospitals. This means that the Philippine healthcare system is currently facing major challenges due to the country's geographical location, large population, and limited resources. One of the most serious problems is the lack of hospital beds. According to the World Health Organization, there should be 20 hospital beds for every 10,000 people, but the Philippines has not yet met this standard. Because of this shortage, many areas, especially the arm, suffer from the very poor health services, which are sometimes compared to conditions in Africa. In other cases, due to the absence of proper hospitals, some patients are even treated under the trees. This situation shows how critical the condition of healthcare access is in certain parts of the country.
Philippine healthcare dilemmas. Pharmaceutical access. DOH is reforming the Philippine National Drug Formulary or PNDF to make drugs more available, accessible, and affordable. The PNDF lists over 600 drugs approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. Many outdated drugs need a replacement, while new, innovative, but expensive drugs should also be considered if cost-effective. As I observed in the pharmaceutical industry, nga maskin pa o mag-impose ang DOH or Philippine National Drug Formulary o mas barato, mas accessible, mas affordable nga mga tambal, dili ka pun mawala ang mga mahalon nga mga tambal because they considered it because of its effectiveness. So meaning to say, kung ilang paubsan tanan ang tambal, maaring mapiktuhan ang ekonomiya sa katong mga sa industry, sa pharmaceutical or rather sa pharmaceutical industry, or kung ila po pasudlon ang katong mga expensive nga mga industry, mga tambal nga giproduce sa mga pharmaceutical industries. So maaari po nga kuano kaning mas mutaas ang presyo sa tambal o maglisod og kuha og accessible para makakuha og ganing tambal nga barato. So mao to na naitay natawag na mga generic. Nakabantay mo mga igsoon in the Philippine healthcare dilemmas in connection with this pharmaceutical access. Dili na to ka-enjoy ang benepisyo sa PhilHealth. Nga naman, daghang mga cases nga katong mga nag-contribute sa PhilHealth, nga dako ang contribution per month, the working individual. Pag sila ang gusto mo gamit sa PhilHealth and then magpa-admit sila in hospitals, even private and public. Kung sa private man, mahal, gamay ra ang kabirid sa PhilHealth. Kung sa public, yes, walay bayad, but yet yung tambal dili kumpleto. So yun na ang kaning problema sa atong pharmaceutical access diri sa Pilipinas. God bless everyone. Once again, I am Jan Malaay and my co-member Jacqueline Lumasa. This is our report, Moral Dilemmas.